The best anime airing this season is easily the magical evolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady. Could be about anything, really. Or Tensei Oujo for people who don't hate themselves, so not me, because the storytelling is on another level despite seeming like just another generic isekai, and also she's gay. Unlike most anime, the Yuri here is real, and it shows itself from the second episode onward, letting you know that it won't just be bait to get you to watch, only for it to then put it to the side for most of the series before suddenly bringing it back up and making the leads gay just because. Instead, it leads with it, is loud about it, and allows it to be developed for the entire series, which in turn allows you to watch the relationship between the two leads grow naturally throughout the entire series, whilst also focusing on the external plot about Ines making technology or some shit that I don't know, I'm just here because they're gay. Even if they were to develop their friendship first, or focus on the plot and have the romance naturally develop in the background, I'm fully convinced that they could pull it off because Wataru Watari, look at this chat, the guy who wrote Snafu or Origairu if you prefer, is composing the scripts for this anime, and that shows itself immediately in scenes like Ines having small, brief flashes to her original world to show you rather than tell you that it's an isekai, and likewise in the scene with Euphilia's father and their recompense. I never knew my father. This scene alone shows how good this anime is on a technical level when it comes to the writing, and that's presumably all due to Watari writing the scripts, as the scene itself doesn't feel like it lingers too long, even though they're in the same room for most of the goddamn episode, but ignore that. And the drama it resolves now won't loom over the entire show. It's not only short and sweet, but it got to the point and then moved past it so that the story and relationship could continue moving forward without being bogged down by it, and assuming it's like most other light novels that are bloated with exposition, it's obvious that these are the areas Watari improved upon, making it very similar to the Saint's magic powers Omnipotent, of which he also composed for animation, that is likewise extremely competent on a technical level, in terms of the writing anyway, but that show was unfortunately bogged down by its stock, boring shoujo characters, whereas in the show, the author of the light novel has given Watari plenty of fun characters to work with, like Ines, the things I'd let her do to me, but even the more stock, boring characters like Yuffie's dad are taken to the next level through the writing, where he goes from this seemingly boring and emotionless dad character in one scene to then joking about how great it'd be if his daughter got railed by Ines because then she could still become the queen. Tribadism. In that single scene, that was also 3/4 of one of the episodes, but ignore that, this random character that no one cared about was given enough characterization in the span of a few minutes for you to watch him go from a boring background character to a stock dad character, but who clearly has a bit more to him, to then an actual relatable character who feels for his daughter and admits to his mistakes, and then finally a super likable Giga Chad who makes jokes about his daughter getting boned. Clam pounding. And it all happened in 5 minutes. Ignore that! Rather than 5 episodes, because it was done primarily through showing rather than telling, especially with how, in one shot, Yuffie tenses up when he raises his hand, and in general was downtrodden the entire time, extremely tense, and so on. It's 10 out of 10 writing and what I expect from the Snafu guy, but I have to give credit to the light novel author as well for making such fun characters to begin with. Clit humping. Could you stop saying euphemisms for fucking no? Calling it the Yuri anime with actual Yuri is apt because the last time we had openly gay girls with good writing was like Adachi and Shimamura, which is also peak and you should watch it, or Prisma Ilia, and you all know exactly why I watched that one. But the characters themselves are fun outside of that, specifically Ines, who needs to be bullied, and her dad, who does the bullying, and although the plot isn't that interesting and the animation is a bit subpar with rather generic art, it's obviously a character-driven show and thus something you watch to see them interact and grow rather than give a shit about the silly magic or political plot, at least until it ties into the characters' interpersonal relationships, or how good the art and animation looks. But if it did improve on those things, then this anime would really stand out and be truly fantastic, but it didn't. So if you want to see more romance anime, then click this video here.